Due to loneliness, 25 to 33% of expats return home within their first year of living overseas. Moving to a new country or city is equally exciting and terrifying. You look forward to new opportunities, but you'll also need to build relationships from the ground up. Having people around you who know what you're going through or ask how your day was can make all the difference between enjoying life and deciding to return home. But do not worry. We've compiled 10 strategies to help you make friends and build a support structure overseas. You can also use these tips to make friends in your current area. Welcome to 10 easy ways to make friends in a new country. Be sure to watch until the end, when I'll reveal a tip that has worked well for me while I lived overseas. Tip 1. Frequent local spots. Visit the same cafe, park or gym regularly, and you'll naturally start to recognize and be recognized. Smile and say hi to neighbors, the barista, or the clerk at your grocery store. Small daily interactions can blossom into conversations. Look for community bulletin boards or newsletters in those spots. They often advertise events. You can also contact psychologists, hospitals, and churches to ask about support groups. Even if you're shy, sitting in the same yoga class or book club every week will help people remember you and potentially start a conversation when they see you again. Tip 2. Take classes or teach one. Language classes are popular. They put you in the same room with fellow newcomers and a local teacher. You'll practice together and often end up chatting during breaks. Also consider hobby or skill workshops, cooking classes, art courses, or tech meetups. Community colleges often offer affordable classes specifically designed for adults or new residents. If you're an expert at something, teach it. You can do this at your house or a local library. Tip 3. Use social media and your existing network. Post a message on Facebook and ask if your friends know anyone in the country you're going to. If they don't, ask them to repost the same message on their social media, and chances are you will come right. You can also check LinkedIn or alumni networks to see if any past colleagues or classmates live there and send them a friendly note. Join local WhatsApp and meetup groups for expats and hobbyists. Some countries' embassies help with settling in and introducing you to other expats. Another strategy is to talk to people who know many people. Hairstylists are on the up and up with who's doing what. Ask them to introduce you to people they think you would get along with. The social media app Bumble is not just for dating, it also has a function for finding friends. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe for more top-tier content. Tip 4. Engage with colleagues or classmates. If you moved for a job or are studying, your workplace or campus is a ready network. Many workplaces have social events like after-work happy hours or casual Fridays. These are goldmines for new connections. Even chatting during breaks about weekend plans opens the door to meetups outside of work. Other expat colleagues are often keen on sharing relocation tips too. If you're freelancing or a remote worker, look for co-working spaces or professional meetups in your field. They're great places for networking. Tip 5. Host gatherings. Create social opportunities rather than waiting to be invited. Host a casual get-together or potluck dinner and invite acquaintances or neighbors. Inviting one friend and asking them to bring another can start a small group. You could also team up with a colleague or neighbor to co-host a gathering, such as a game night. When someone thanks you for a great time, suggest another meetup or swap contact information. Tip 6. Join clubs. Become a member of local clubs or hobby groups as a jumping-off point for friendship. The key is that the club is just a way to introduce you to people. Even if you're not entirely interested in what the club does, it's valuable to participate for a while because it gets you into a social circle. Joining sports teams can prove invaluable. Sharing hardships and victories with others is a sure way to build a strong bond. Groups that focus on culture, like a dance or craft club, can teach you about traditions and customs. With insight into your new surroundings, you can approach locals as they are used to. Tip 7. Volunteer and attend local events. Seek out community events and volunteer to meet people who care about similar causes. Non-profits and shelters often welcome volunteers and are full of friendly locals. Look for local meetups on platforms like meetup.com or Eventbrite. Whether it's a hiking group or a museum night, these gatherings are purpose-built for strangers to become friends. If you have a pet, consider volunteering at an animal shelter. Even walking your dog at the same park every day will introduce you to other animal lovers. Tip 8. Join expat and online communities. If you consider yourself an offshore citizen or adventurous traveler, use international forums and networks. Sites like Internations have groups for expats and travelers in most major cities. They often host events. Similarly, couchsurfing groups list local events. Local community apps like Nextdoor allow residents to post about happenings and introduce themselves to neighbours. Don't overlook niche communities. Hobby forums or social apps like Tandem or Friended can connect you with locals looking for friends too. The advantage of these online communities is that you can reach out before you go, so you might have a few friendly faces waiting when you arrive. Tip 9. Be open and patient. Building friendships takes time, especially in a new place. Adapting to a new culture is also stressful, so don't put too much pressure on yourself. Keep an open mind, smile, and ask questions about others. People are often eager to share their hometown secrets or give advice. Tip 10. Stay in shared accommodations. Living in hostels or hotels in expat neighbourhoods is a sure way to meet remote workers, travellers, or people considering immigration. Many hostels organise barbecues or pub crawls. If a dorm isn't your style, consider renting a room in a shared apartment or a co-living community for expats. Even living with 1 or 2 roommates turns cooking or relaxing after work into chances to chat. For a more settled option, some cities have co-living houses aimed at remote workers and digital nomads. Try not to get discouraged if connections don't form overnight. Consistency is key. The more people see you around, the more comfortable they'll be. Use any of these new country tips to set small goals, like talking to one new person weekly or trying a new club monthly. Most people were once new too, and many will appreciate your effort to connect. In our next video, what's the most expensive country to call home? Please click the link for that and other videos about expat life and travel. Thanks a lot for watching.